like this week that you caught yourself singing in the car?
I mean, I was like just belting it out to those beats and
What? Did you win in the shower with me this morning? Why are you looking at me?
You guys bought your singlets at the same place. I'm sure you're,
Okay, well, since she doesn't have an actual answer.
They drove together.
Chris and Paul.
Whiskey involved.
This one's for you guys. What song would you say is your theme song?
Personally or as a character?
Personally. If you know, jump in, Paul.
Well,
what was the song? I want to be with the people always, where I said I started the show.
Yes, that's for sure. This was your personal theme.
My personal theme.
This is big. This is life.
I have no idea this is going to cause this much trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one a little
You can
seriously.
think about it and come back to me later if you want.
Yeah. I don't really do favorites. I like too many different songs. I'll have to get back to it. There's one brewing somewhere in my subconscious, and as it comes up, I'll just spontaneously burst out into a really bad
I think White Snake's Here I Go Again on my own. Because when I first got a Walkman when I was younger, like it was a Philips one with the graphic equalizer on the front too. And the first tape I bought was a White Snake.
A fancy Walkman?
It was a fence. And that song I used to repeat over and over and over again. And it was only just recently I was in the car with Kruger and he loves that song and he keeps playing it over and over again. So
Kruger's one of the drivers on Lost Girl.
Yeah, Kruger Maniac. He drives really quickly.
I watched an episode the other night where, Kris, you were dancing to Hungry Like the Wolf. You know, it's just, you could do that if you want. I'm sure people wouldn't mind if you wanted to do that dance.
Bring more beer tomorrow and make it happen.
Hi, I was wondering if you as actors could give your character one piece of advice, what it would be.
Sorry, what was that?
If you could give your character one piece of advice, what would it be?
That's an amazing question.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are we stumping you guys today?
No, it's just a great question. It's like being in drama school again. It's like actually asking serious questions.
Lighten up. Yeah.
Think before you speak.
Use your hands less. Or more for that matter.
Sorry, we had our own thing going on here. Come on, it's funny though, it's funny. Well, you have to be there. You are here. Oh, no, down there. Is it our turn? Oh, yeah. Oh, Rachel.
No, I said.
What did you say?
I said, think before you see me.
Who's taking your advice?
I think I tell Kenzie not to worry, that she'll find her place someday.
Don't turn your back on Massimo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just question was for Ksenia and Casey. Please tell me that you will be coming back to season 5. You two are my favorite characters right now, and you were just getting into your relationship, and we really need to see more of that. So please.
They're not allowed to talk about it.
Don't turn your back on Massimo.
What would you like to see in the characters?
He just proposed to her.
Yeah.
And then I tried to hold to those episodes, so I was falling so much I didn't really pay attention to the rest of it. I do need to see both of you come back. And I'm sure they can do it with Lost Girl, they do it with everything. And I know Ksenia at least might be able to come back, but I'm not sure how they would be bringing you together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would like to tell you guys, but I think it goes back to, you know, what Paul said. you don't really know what you're thinking. So I don't think you really want to know until you watch season 5. I think you want that surprise
So there
element.
is a possible hit.
That's not what we're saying. You're not saying anything.
Are you going to start waterboarding it next? Are you going to just going to be torture?
I take bribes.
How did you guys react when you read the scripts? When you learned about your fate, how did you guys react when reading that?
I mean, we knew it was coming. It's not, it's not like we didn't know. So, but finally seeing it on paper and then being there on the day and acting it all out, it was really emotional for everybody involved. It felt like it felt so deep, like deeper than really anything that we'd ever done. So I think we'll always cherish that, that episode, and it was a real bonding experience. And it's like, you've been working with someone for almost 5 years or whatever. You don't think anything else can really bond you. We've all seen each other at our worst. We've been through everything at this point, it feels like. But that episode, I think, brought everybody closer together.
Hi. I would like to know if you could pick any person, doesn't have to be an actor, it could be a family member, friend, to guest star on the show with you, what would their relationship be to your character, and why would you choose that person?
I've always said Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy, and wanted to want to be my sister, because I'm a huge Buffy fan, so that'd be my choice.
Isn't Charisma Carpenter going to be on the season? That's what I've heard.
She was going to
Oh,
be
okay,
on,
all
she
right.
was, and then it was actually pretty unfortunate because when the days that we were supposed to be filming, she got really, really sick. And so we had to recast the part last minute and everything, but she was lovely.
Yeah. You guys follow up?
Well,
I would get married.
I would choose Sally Richardson.
and what relationship to your character? How would you want to
My
interact?
mother, she was my mother. I like her. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd want Adam Driver from Girls to come in and be Kenzie's like crazy older brother or something. That'd be cool. Or like a fae that she has to deal with. I think he's a really cool actor.
There was a cool piece of fan fiction written by Susan Taxis, right, sitting right there, that kind of went into the shifter world a bit, and there was a really cool character of Dyson's godmother, and she was the head of the entire shifter hierarchy. She was a very powerful creature in the Fae world. And I would love to explore that storyline with Sigourney Weaver, who is, in my opinion, the best action hero, man or woman ever.
I mean, if I had any family that existed, but they don't because all Mesmer's been killed, I would love for Gary Oldman to have been my dad. Like a real, back to his London roots and all the stuff that got me into acting that I loved, about film that Gary, that I used to cherish him as an actor. And he would make sorry, I'm swore again, awesome father.
I think Gary Busey would be more.
Is it just because of the teeth?
I'm just saying.
Jesus. Sorry, there's something. Blasphemy, I'm going to hell. Me and my big teeth.
And Rachel, how would Sarah Michelle Gellar, what would she be as far as if she was a guest on the show?
Just amazing. My sister, I guess, the sister of Valkyrie.
Sister Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so the thing I love most about Lost Girl is all the fantastical creatures. So if you could be any type of fae other than the one that you already are, what would you be?
All the others are crap, I just don't even want to be there. I just wouldn't have done the show otherwise.
I'd be vexed too, by the way.
Everyone would be.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
I also must admit I like being a shifter. It's pretty good, but I don't know. I have a fantastical creature in my head that I've always wanted to be. I don't know if that qualifies as Fae.
Totally qualifies.
Yeah. It's like a mix between like Colossus and from X-Men and I guess Cable, which is also a mutant. Organic steel, control steel, and molecular level. It's important.
I always say Vex, but I think I'd love to be a wolf. It'd be cool to get to growl. I've always been a little
She
jealous.
did it so well.
I'm not the one drinking beer here, so.
Tomorrow's pen.
That's tequila.
No, I was just gonna wait for you to guys like another time to think.
I don't know if this qualifies as a thing, but I don't even have a name for it, actually. I can see it. But I don't know if I know how to describe it. I always wanted to kind of be something that can dissolve. Can anyone put pieces together for me? What liquid?
Alex Mack.
But not like liquid metal or anything. More like liquid. Like I felt like
This is an awkward situation and I just need to dissolve and then over there. See what happens.
yeah. Anyone? Not like T2. No T2. No, not T2. Who? There you go. I want to be a water nymph. I like that. That's what I've always wanted to be.
I guess I'd be, I don't know about a fake character on the show. I also thought it'd be cool to be able to breathe underwater. I love that movie Waterman, or what was it? Not Aquaman. It was that really bad Mel Gibson one. Waterworld.
Kevin Costner.
I only saw that like 3 times in the theaters when I was little. I did. I think I was the only person who saw it in theaters. Or I'd like to be invisible. I think it'd be cool to be invisible.
She's such a voyeur.
And would you guys be light or dark Fae with your powers?
Might have to be tall.
Yeah, you know. That's
The lights.
The light's boring. Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Hi. My question is.
Was light born when I looked past it?
Maybe Vex let you whip his ass.
What effect do you guys think that Lost Girl has had on the LGBT community?
Sorry, one more time?
What effect do you think that your show has had on the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community?
Well, what I've heard is that people really like the way that relationships are just demonstrated on our show. That they're not sensationalized, whether it is a gay or a lesbian or a straight or bi, fey, whatever we are. You know, it's like, it's all about just the connection that those two people are having. And we don't really, you know, the nice thing about the Fae is we're dealing with a supposed culture that's millennia old, and I guess they've evolved that there is no real concern either way, and there's a little more open-minded about it. I think that's something that's being strongly appreciated. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think to quote Paolo, who's like one of my favorite directors in the show, I was having this conversation. He refers to it's almost like the normalization of the mythological. So what I think the show does really, really well is it's normal for everybody to be like that. There's no segregation. There's no kind of naming anybody, and that happens within the mythological world that we've created. So therefore, the sexualization has been normalized within that world. So you don't have to call somebody gay, straight, bi, whatever. It's just normal, which is basically, if we could get to that point in life where whatever you wanted to be was normal. And I think that's what the show was very
Awesome, thank you.
What is your favorite season?
Season 2.
Season 4. And 1. I liked 1. 1 was cool.
Season 3, just because it was so much fun to, come on the show and be a part of everything.
I like
Season
this.
3 because you were eating. Is what you said.
I actually really like season 1 too. I did, because I binge watched all of them when I got the part, and season 1 was pretty good.
Yeah, I like one how it was, it was our seminal season. We were so fresh and we were so positive and committed to it. And
so jaded now.